Yes, guys, Suki from BTS TV. Today I've got the Italian gift. I'm not just saying that, it's on his Instagram bio. I believe it. A lot of other people believe it. He is, of course, going to the Olympia 2025. It's Andrea. Andrea, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Good man. Well, look, let's get straight into it. Olympia 2025. There's a lot of excitement around you. What can we
Yeah,
expect?
I want to first enjoy my first debut this year. I know I have a lot of pressure and expectative on me, and is a good things if you can bring the positive side of this situation, But first of all, I want to enjoy and show all the world what is classic to me, and I think that world is not prepared. Um, for what I want to bring to the stage with my posing and what for to me is classic like categories that is not only a weight limit cap bodybuilding, but to me is much more.
So, when you have people like Terence Ruffin saying they're excited to see how you get on in classic physique, they talk about you being a very big prospect in the division. How does that make you feel when you have the top guys talking about you in that way?
It's a real honor to me because, in particular, Terence was one of the most important athlete to me in 2019 when I competed the first time in classic physique. I took him like an idol and inspiration for my posing routine. I watched a lot of videos of him posing of Terence and also Logan when he switched to the classic physique that inspired me. In fun fact, is a real good vibes to me when the first time Terence wrote me, and because in this chat the message before was mine in 6 years before that in that I wished to one day probably my dream was to compete with him in a bodybuilding stage, and the message next was a message of Terence that told me my potential, and so I want to enjoy this journey, and I'm very happy and honored to for all this for me.
Think that would be incredible to see you next to Terence
Yeah.
in a lineup, whether it's this year or next year or at another show. That would be a full circle moment for you from a message on Instagram to actually being on stage next to somebody who's inspired you. Can I ask, who else has inspired you to build the physique that you have and pose the way you pose?
So, like I said before, the two athletes that inspired me the most was probably the one is Terence. Um, the next years, I create my own style. Okay, so I stopped watching. other guys, and I focused only on me and on my style of posing and idea of physique. And by 2021, another athlete that I watched a lot was Ramon, and is another fun fact that my physique has similar lines to Ramon. So I I am very happy that I will share the stage with all these idols for me. And right now I have a lot of expectative, but like I said before, um, I started to manage the pressures and expectative in the right way, because till 1 or 2 years ago the pressures make me very anxious. But when I started to bring the expectatives and pressures in constructive to push me uh, mm, through my limits, okay, and not because I need to prove something to the other people, because the people that love you will love you that you win or lose. No, there is not the point. But if you can bring the positive side of pressure and expectative, you can create something of very big, like gasoline, right? So in the last year the pressure was my gasoline.
Now, personally, from what I see on social media, I believe there's more excitement around you than pressure. People know it's your first Olympia. Nobody should be expecting you to break into the top six. A top 15 would be phenomenal, but we know there are a lot of people competing at the Olympia where they have been there once, twice, three, four times. So I genuinely believe there is more excitement about your talent and potential and what we can see in the next few years. But going back to you, you said you want to enjoy the Olympia, you want to enjoy the experience,
Yeah.
but you are also an athlete, you're also a competitor. What placing or what call out would you say that was a successful Olympia? What call out or placing would you feel happy with?
I think that placing in the first 15 guys will be a top goal for me. And my coach told me that I have a real potential also this year to get the top 10. But I know the most of the athletes on this stage this year, and probably this year will be the most competitive of all the years past. Yeah, there aren't big names like Chris or Urs, but there are a lot of guys that I think around 15 or 20 guys right now could be in top 10. So it will be very hard, but I think that I could place in top 10, but there are multi factors that I cannot control, and I won't. I only want to bring my best condition ever. I will be bigger than last year. I think around 3 kilograms. But the things that is very important to me is bring my level bring my condition to another level on the Olympia stage, and I think it will be like that. So for me, the top 15, the second call out, but also the third call out, it will be a great spot. Um, so let's see.
You only have to look at last year. For example, now Niall Darwin from the UK, he made his debut and he placed 11th on his
Yeah.
debut year, and now he's being talked about as top six at the 2025 Olympia. So it goes to show you are right in your thinking. If you can break into that top 15, that gives you that perfect platform to then develop going into next year. But to have a placing at the Olympia 2025 would be a huge win for you. Let me ask you about the future. How far do you think, with your physique, how far do you think you can go in classic physique? Do you one day believe that in years to come, maybe you could be challenging for the Olympia title?
Okay, this is a very big question, and I honestly think that I have the potential to get the top spot at the Olympia in the next years. I think that because right last year I competed at only in Milan when I placed at first and get my got my qualification. The show day, empty stomach, I was 80 kilograms, and my weight cap is 87. Okay, this year I will probably around 82.5, 83 shredded, but there are also uh, four, 4 kilograms that I can add. So if I consider this thing, and also that in the last 2 years I had a lot of injuries that was challenging me in my journey. I think that I'm very far away from my maximum potential, and if I consider my maximum potential, I think that I can compete with the big guys for the first places. I don't know what place. Maybe third, fourth, fifth. I don't know. It's not important now. But I think that in my maximum potential, I will. I can challenge the other guys fighting for the title, and I believe it. I believe it. It's all a matter of time, and I will work for it.
I think you're right. If you break into the top 15 weighing 83 kilos, 4 kilos off your stage weight, your limit, you would imagine another year under your belt, another year of training, staying injury free, putting more size on while still keeping that condition.
Yeah.
You could,
Also because um, I look bigger than what I my weight. Stefan also told me that I look around 5 kilograms more than my weight. For example, when I weighted 80 kilograms, the competition of Milan, I don't look 80. I look the at least 85, 86 kilograms on stage. So I had a very thin structure. Okay, so to me, 2 kilograms more seems like 4 kilograms. Okay, and I have roundness of muscles, thin structure, and not a very tall. I'm not very tall. I'm one of the shorter guys in the lineup. So 4 kilograms with my structure, with my roundness of muscles, and with more conditioning, more density, will be a lot of gains more.
What do you think is your best pose that you think will be strong enough to beat a lot of the top athletes? Is there a pose that you feel, you know what, when I hit that shot,
Um,
I'm one of the top guys?
Probably one of one between side chest,
Yep,
because I my side chest, in the lower, I had a very big separation and details in my legs and also in my arms, and probably the absentile with vacuum, because vacuum is one of my strongest points. So yeah, side chest, and probably one of the pose with vacuum, absentile or another pose with vacuum. But I think in the stage, I will have one of most impressive vacuum.
yep, I agree. I was going to say the same pose. I do think your vacuum is very, very impressive. We've spoke about years to come about challenging for the classic physique Olympia title when you do carry on to put more size on and get closer to your 87 kilo weight limit. I have to ask you this question. We've seen a lot of classic physique competitors eventually move to another category. Keon moved to 212. Urs moved to the open. There's been conversation about Ramon Dino potentially moving to the Open one day. People comment on Mike Summerfield moving to 212 or Open one day. Do you feel one day your future might move you away from Classic and into 212 or the Open?
Uh, I think no, because like we said before, I have a lot of kilograms in my weight cap, and to me, um, for my structure, it's not good idea to put another big kilograms on weight scale. For example, also Stefan told me that my prime on the stage will not on the full weight cap 87 is too much for me. I probably at 87 kilograms, um, I look more like a 212 athlete than a classic, a real classic athlete. If you consider that the last competition was 880, so 7 kilograms of pure mass is, I think, is too much, but over is very too much. So also in the off season, is difficult to me to um, live all days with this amount of muscle, because if I want to compete in 212, for example, I have to be at least 90 kilograms on the stage, at least. And this means that in off season I have to reach 105, 110 kilograms, and is very too much for my structure, and is not for me. I'm not born to have the predisposition to have very, very, very big weight. I started. Uh, I was 50 kilograms when I started my journey in bodybuilding. So I was very, very skinny. I was a structure very thin. Yeah, I have the muscles, I have the muscle potential to be a great 212. Also, Keon told me to switch in future, but I think that my structure uh, is not adapted for these categories. I think that I born classic and I will die classic.
Going back to this year, before we wrap this up, you got the Olympia. Are there any plans to do any shows after the Olympia and get to early qualification for 2026
Yeah, I will compete in France and in Italy
before the Olympia?
before Olympia. Yeah, the one is 2 weeks before, and the second is 1 weeks before. So the first is the end of September, and after Olympia, I don't for now nothing in my calendar. So I will decide, but for now I want to try to get my qualification on one of two between France or Italy, because I want to rest before Olympia, because my plan is to do the Arnold Classic the next year. So I want to take all November and December to get totally off before my prep for the next year Arnold Classic. If I will compete and they accepted my qualification for the Arnold Classic, obviously.
Would that be for the US Arnold and UK Arnold?
I don't know right now. I will speak with Stefan, but is it could be great for me also the USA one.
Perfect. Look, I really appreciate your time. I'm really excited
Thank you.
that everybody gets to see you on stage before the Olympia in Italy, in France. That's a nice little warm up before we get to see you on stage. And I really do hope that you do get the opportunity to be in a second or in a third call out at the Olympia fighting for a top 15. And if you do get a placing, brilliant. And if not, you are still one of the most exciting prospects in Europe and the world in the classic physique division. And there is no doubt your future is very bright, which obviously you know because people comment on your content all the time, how excited they are to see you on stage. Andrea, thank you so much for your time. I wish you
Thank
the
you.
very best of luck in your shows.
Thank you very much, Father.